Something that I find really cool about Pokemon is how it employs sound symbolism to name Pokemon. Language, broadly speaking, is comprised of symbols that have an arbitrary relationship to their meaning. That means that there's nothing about the sound cat that makes us associate with a cat. We just decided that it means cat. But there are some sounds that, cross-linguistically, seem to always indicate some sort of semantic quality, calling into question whether or not the relationship these sounds have with their meaning is actually arbitrary. For example, lots of words across multiple languages that have the N sound are used as negative particles. There's also the Kiki and Boba effect, where people tend to associate this symbol with Kiki and this symbol with Boba, regardless of their linguistic background. This potential non-arbitrary universal relationship that a sound has with its meaning is called sound symbolism, and it plays a huge part in how Game Freak uses the names and attributes of their Pokemon. If you're unfamiliar with the Pokemon games, each Pokemon has a base stat called Friendship that varies between 100 and 140, and this paper found there is a statistically significant relationship between the sounds in a Pokemon's name and its base Friendship stat. Pokemon with labial consonants in their names, like Pa and Ba, tend to have higher friendship stats, whereas Pokemon with voiced obfluence in their name, like Da and Ga, tend to have lower friendship stats. So while Pokemon like Lopunny, Pachirisu, and Blissey all have friendship stats of above 100, Dragonite, Houndour, and Gardevoir all have base 35 friendship. So why is this? What causes the relationship between high friendship and these sounds? Well, a large part of it is evolution. The ba and pa sounds are some of the easiest sounds to pronounce, and are thus the first sounds that a baby learns to make. It's why the words mother and father in so many languages begin with these sounds. Anyways, because of this, we associate these sounds with young children, or babies, which due to our evolutionary biology we find to be cuter, thus creating the relationship between these sounds and friendship. Meanwhile, da and ga are mastered a lot later in life, and so we don't have that same association with those sounds. There's lots of other examples of sound symbolism motivating Pokemon naming choices. For example, there's a strong relationship between a Pokemon's height and the prevalence of low vowels in its name. The study of sound symbolism in Pokemon is a whole subfield of linguistics called pokemonastics, and I highly recommend you check it out if you're interested.